Walk with us on the road to hell, an actual play podcast from Messy Crypt Productions.
I see the bombs falling down, not to mention the fire. There's a lion in my bed, slowly moving towards me.
A ghost can be a lot of things. A memory, a daydream, a secret, grief, anger, guilt. But in my experience, most times they're just what we want to see. Most times, a ghost is a wish. Mike Flannigan, The Haunting of Hill House.
The Jackal's clubhouse is ready. People here are having a good time. We see them all playing pool, drinking, and just generally carousing. Our camera moves between all of them as if looking for someone. Eventually we settle on Connell, leaning on the wall, nursing a beer as he looks out on what might be his kingdom. He seems happy. His introspection is interrupted by the sound of his phone ringing. He downs the last of his beer before he slips into a side room, picking up the phone right before it goes to voicemail. Hey, kiddo. There's the sound of a woman laughing.
I'm not that much younger than you.
I'll have it, Ro. You chuckles. So, what did I do to warrant a phone call from my favorite cousin?
I'm your only cousin.
You can hear the smile through the phone.
I haven't seen you in a while. I wanted to make sure you're okay.
Things are good. He gives her a genuine smile. You know, not much ever changes here. How's school going?
I'll be so glad that this is all finally done. Though Mom is trying to make me get a job at artist when I graduate. Says it'll be good for me and make a great thing to put on my resume.
Well, your mother has worked hard on the company. It is clear that Connell doesn't like whoever this woman is. She's not wrong on that.
I know. I don't need both of you ganging up on me.
Sorry. He chuckles.
I wanted to ask something. I don't want to get a flight back to Seattle next month for Thanksgiving. I don't really want to go home for a couple of days for my mom just to ignore me the whole time. So I was wondering if I'd come up and spend the week in Marlin Bay.
Suddenly, Connell's demeanor changes. We watch as there is a flash of gold in his eyes. Protective instinct flares in him. He knows how dangerous the bay is. Let me figure out what the plan is. I'll let you know. He quickly wraps up the phone call. We watch as for a moment he turns like he's going back to the party before turning to the outside door. We can already see him shifting as he runs off into the night, needing to burn off some frustration. So, we find ourselves in the middle of Atlas Tattoo, late at night, the cell having just bartered for someone's life. It's safe to say things are tense.
See, I take issue with that storyteller. We did not barter for someone's life. One particular person was willing to do that.
Fair.
One particular person. I know I have been silent, mostly. I know I have been silent for most of this, but that's kind of been my MO with this group. I'm the observer, I'm the outsider, and for once I'm kind of grateful for that. So watch the fucking leeches walk out the door, I'll watch Wilson vanish into his fucking puddle of shadow. I'll just kind of laugh. I could have ended this weeks ago, you know? The one who owns the fucking movie theater. Alaric. He wanted to make a deal at first, you know? And I'll turn to the others and just admit this freely. He wanted to make a deal. All my shit in Boston was gonna go away. I'd be free and fucking clear of this place. And when I said no, because I said no, he reminded me that even a piece of shit like me still has things to lose. People I love. And even then, even when he threatened someone I fucking love, I told him to go fuck himself. I signed her fucking death warrant. I signed her fucking death warrant, and it doesn't even fucking matter anymore. But it never did to you. And I will turn and say this directly to Haven. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't actually fucking matter as long as you get what you need, right? It's always been about you.
Lola.
What?
Go ahead. I take out the clip of my gun and I clear the chamber and I toss it onto the chair. Carefully take the earbuds out and put them in their little case, and I hesitantly hand it to Mason if he's willing to take them from me. Take your best shot.
Nah, bitch. You're not worth my fucking manicure. And I'll turn and I'll start walking out.
I'm going to inform Uncle, and he's going to inform Diana, and Diana will inform my parents. Unless I can beat her to it. It's not home turf anymore.
No, it's not. You were right, Ben. And I knew you were right. And I know sorry doesn't mean shit. But thank you anyway.
I give you like one of those pursed smiles. I don't really need to say anything. You'll probably tell yourself worse.
Hen.
No, she's right.
Don't worry, Mason. You can leave now. You'll get a head start. I think I've earned the right to be a little upset.
You have.
I think I've also earned the right to lash out just a little bit. It's not your car fight. Okay, come, Muffins. Let's go. Pick up Muffins by the leash. And we're gonna walk out. And I'm literally just going across the street. You can see me go all the way to Oda's laundromat. Because that's how close backup was.
Ben.
Mm-hmm.
You see me outside. I have lit up a cigarette and I am leaning against my bike. Penelope,
Yeah?
what do we do now? And I don't mean the cell, I mean me and you. I know I don't necessarily have a dog in this fight anymore, but I'm in it.
Do you want to come over? I mean, I'm gonna stop by my uncle's, but do you want to come over my house? It's probably the safest place here.
Yeah,
We can plan there.
okay. I will nod, get another couple good drags off of my cigarette, toss it into a puddle. Lean down, scratch Muffin between the ears, and follow Pen.
Leaves us with two little ducklings still in the tattoo parlor.
Go ahead.
Head with what?
I don't know. Tell me how I'm selfish because I am. How I fucked up because I did. How, well, you can't call me stupid because I'm not. And that's what makes this worse. Because I am smart. And I know better. And I should have cared about other people. And I do.
But you love them.
More than fucking air, Mason. And I know exactly who I would be without them. The world is better with them in it. Even if I never saw them again. And that's what's wrong, is I just want them to be happy. And I want them to be safe. And if they are happy in this little town, going to their stupid matinee movies with those fuckers from the radio, like a bunch of old ladies, and having dinner at 6 and waking up and seeing the same faces every day like I never was, then I want them to have that. And I know that they're not going to get it.
You wanted to do what you could to make it happen.
I couldn't let those chances be zero. Because like I said, I am smart. They would have seen through it. If it wasn't today, it would be tomorrow. We'd be in the same spot. They'd just be gone. But that doesn't make what I did right.
You want to know what I did when I found out about Ash?
Put your fist through a wall.
No. Fucking dog vampires and shittily acted roles in movies result in that. No. It felt like there was a huge piece of me that was dying. I went out, driveway of the house, and I leaned against my car and I cried so hard that I threw up. And then I did that again, an hour later. Vomited twice at her funeral. It's funny, they say that it gets better with time, when in reality, you just get used to it. It doesn't get any better. It's not easier to move forward knowing that that piece of you is gone forever. But they're gone. No matter how many photo albums you look at, how many songs that remind you of them, it's always going to come back to that moment you found out. And you wish, and you think, I wish I could have done something. Here's the thing, Have. It happened. No matter how much I wish I could have done something, it happened and I couldn't. I couldn't be there for it. Did you fuck up? Yeah. But do I get why? Yeah. It's easy for Lola. Well, I shouldn't say it's easy for Lola. They're far away. The person they love is far away. They're not in your face. They don't have a gun pointed to their head. And Penny, truth be told, this was big enough that we probably needed to call in that backup months ago. But in reality, I'm sure Penny didn't want Mommy and Daddy to find out how much deep shit they were in. It's easy for them to look at the situation and only think of the grander impact and not what they mean to you. All we gotta do is figure out what the next step is gonna be.
Well, I'll try to figure out things on my end and...
You're not doing it alone. Come on. And listen, they're right. They do deserve the space and the time to be upset. But when it comes time for us to figure out our next move, we still do it together. It was going to happen one way or the other. Even if Ember wasn't here.
Mason, they're never going to trust me. Ever.
Right now, maybe not.
Mason, I'm a broken thing. Love for the sake of pure love, that's a noble endeavor. I'm not that. I'm a fucking addict who never had it their whole life, not in a way that really matters. It's a supply, it's a hit, every time. I like to pretend that it was altruistic. It was not. I'm not a bad person. I know that. I don't know if I can ever make this right. I don't even know if I can make it better. But I don't think that I can help from inside anymore.
Then we pivot. We try something new. Break the cycle. We figure out a way through.
Mace, you don't have to protect me.
I'm not protecting you. I'm being honest with you. That's the difference. Listen, you're right. It's probably going to be a long road to fixing things with the other two. Now, there's a small part of me that feels it too. But I have to believe that there's a way for us to make it work and find the next step together, because otherwise we're dead in the water. So I'd rather see and understand and empathize than fly off the handle like once upon a time you were worried I was going to.
Yeah, you're sure making me look like a dumbass.
I mean, I'm not doing that. That's really all you. Now, I'm going to just walk over to any of the tables and just, like, I don't know, knock some shit over or something.
No, Ren's gonna be so upset.
Well, that's like, listen, it's something. It's literally just not. I'm literally just knocking over a couple, like, bottles of ink. So there's just going to be a stain on the floor where that ink settled. That's it. Now, your place, your fucking bat cave or whatever you want to call it.
Can we stay at yours?
Yeah. Come on. You're driving.
Yeah, I don't trust you with my fucking car.
And we leave.
Lock the door on your way out. Group goes in two separate directions.
I've let my uncle know what's happening. I've also let my uncle know that I'm going to be staying at my parents' place with Lola. I've let my parents know too. I'm beating Diana to this, okay? I'm letting fucking all the hunters in this area who just happen to be related to me, they are knowing now. They are in the know. They are receiving a text. My siblings are receiving one too. And then I'm gonna go into a bathroom to freshen up real quick, before we go. I'm gonna pull out my phone and I'm gonna call Cameron. I know it doesn't go anywhere, but sometimes I just like to hear her voice. And when the voicemail comes in, I'm just gonna start mumbling. You knew I was into weird shit. So why didn't you come and tell me this? You let Julian know? Julian knew I was into weird shit because you told him. Julian called me before you did. Cam, why do people just keep leaving and I have to pick up and clean up after their mess? Fuck you, Cam. And hang up.
Anything else?
I wash my face and I look presentable. And I go back outside because we're probably getting a ride.
It's, I think I've been sitting and, like, talking shop with Uncle. And it's going to be rudimentary bullshit because I don't know my ass from my elbow when it comes to this hunter nonsense, but you only learn by doing, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, he'll gladly hold conversation and tell that there was something very tense that happened. So, will be kind of his usual self, just kind of try and ease that tension and in his own way let you all know that it will hopefully be okay in the end.
And Penn, I think when you come out, I've always been kind of aloof, and you know this. But there's a spark there, a purpose, a little bit of fire. And for once, I don't think I'm going to be the one that leaves.
I like that spark.
So it's been about a day since the events in the tattoo parlor. And we focus in on Penny's home. You went back there after everything just to get away from it all for a little bit. I have a question. What is Penny's room like?
My room is the in-between of like this is definitely Penelope's room, and there are definitely certain areas of her own bedroom she is not allowed to touch. For example, the walls are all like that gray white, and at most there's maybe like some pictures or something like that kind of stuck to the wall, but not like glued or taped or anything, because that's gonna ruin the wall. It's that sticky gummy thing that doesn't and sometimes never works. That's what's on the wall, sticking her things. She has like lovely shelves, and the shelves are like covered with like her trinkets and her books and her knickknacks. She's got a bunch of like plushies and like a semi-decent size closet, but like otherwise there's nothing goes on the floor. Bags don't go on the floor. Posters don't go on the wall. We just don't buy posters. Things like that, where it's like there are areas that are extremely personable and look like it's someone's bedroom, and then there are areas where it looks like if we removed everything, this place would be easy to sell really fast. I will note throughout the night, because I definitely told my family what's going on. Throughout the night, we got like, you and like Lola and myself, we're like talking, we're chatting, we're vibing, we're chilling. Maybe we have snacks. We definitely have snacks.
No, they're absolutely snacks.
Yeah, there's no way. No way in my house that we will not have a guest and not have a bunch of snacks for you ready. However, privacy is not something that I have the luxury of in this house. And by that, I mean my twin teenage siblings totally came in the room, laid down on my bed, forced me onto the floor, and then because I was on the floor, one of them laid down on me, right? They have to bother me somehow. If we were talking about anything like fucking boys or something, both of them had something to say. They were not invited into this conversation, but here they are, also a part of this conversation.
I was gonna say, considering the family business, I don't think I'm particularly concerned about censoring myself.
And you don't need to, because they are not censoring themselves either. These are two foul-mouthed 17-year-olds that ask a little too many like personal questions, but also like they want to know things, but they don't want to come off as cringe, because cringe culture 100% has them in a chokehold.
You hate to see it. It's so sad. And they're so young too. They should be enjoying themselves without worrying about like everybody else.
They're influencers, sadly. So like, hell, you might even see them editing their next video on their phone while they're mid-conversation with you. But otherwise, they're very sweet. They are an appropriate amount of annoying, and they both fall asleep in my room. So we have to move to a different room, or we can sleep on the floor. Regardless, there's a lot of pillows and blankets.
I mean, if we're gonna do a sleepover, we might as well do a sleepover.
We are a South Asian family for the most part. We have like 50 spare blankets, so you're fine. You know, we just grab all the plushies and put them on the floor as pillows. And then we could make our own blanket fort. That's how many blankets we have in this fucking house.
I mean, with that amount of plushies, you could probably just kind of craft your own mattress.
We probably do that.
Yeah.
Muffins will also be somewhere on the floor. I can easily see that the twins will make space on my bed. It's a fucking double on my bed for my dog.
Of course.
But not me, which is fine. And it's a four-man sleepover suddenly.
Suddenly it's 4 people and the dog.
Yeah, no, it's a nebulous time in the morning whenever you've woken up, essentially. There's a knock on your door.
I carefully walk over everybody. No, I can't. Superstition. I walk around everybody, because if I walk over you, I have to walk back, or else I cut your lifespan in half. So I'm just gonna walk around everybody, go to my door, open it a little bit so I can peek my head out nicely.
Yeah, it's your mother. Babu, do you think we could talk for a minute?
Yeah. Let me just back around, grab my phone, walk back, and then I'll go.
Let out into some sort of seating area. It's kind of a little bit smaller than a normal living room would be, but it's like we have a very large house. We just have multiple areas where people can just hang out. It's been a while since I put the kajal on you. I thought we could do that, and I have a few things I need to talk to you about.
Oh, yeah. Because I'm used to it. I will just like move my hair back and like stick my ear out, my ear neck out, and totally forget that I have tattoos on that side that I specifically put there because it would be covered by my hair.
Yeah, no, you definitely hear your mother say, Penelope Grung, Ishida? What is that? Did you get a tattoo?
Yes, yeah. It's just some stars.
And you thought we wouldn't ever notice?
I mean, I was gonna tell you. I promise. It was never a good time with all the attacks and my best friend dying and exams are around the corner. Midterm specifically. It was, and then you and Dad were out of the country.
Like you just hear a very deep sigh. Well, just tell us next time.
Do you like it though?
Yeah, it's very pretty. It's very good work.
I'm a little wiggly.
You notice she's also holding like an iPad, which she was going to hand over to you and say, we just got back the first group of matches, and I thought it might be good to just be with you as you look over them.
Oh.
You can take your time.
Yeah. I think the twins are going to be really vocal about it.
When are they not?
I get my codral on, a little dot, boop, right there.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll take it from her, the pen or pencil, and just be like, can I put it on literally everybody else in my room?
Of course.
Oh, thank you, Mom. Oh wait, did you need me for anything else?
Yes, I needed to let you know that your father and I have filled in Diana on everything that you and your uncle told me about. And unfortunately, after the festival, your father and I will have to leave again. But Diana promises everything will be taken care of. The city will be fine. Town will be fine.
Where are you going this time?
Headed down to Philadelphia.
Okay, so a lot closer this time.
We're not leaving the country this time, but ghosts in one of the oldest cities in the country, places crawling with them.
Okay, so yeah, makes sense. More of Dad's scene.
Yeah. Ghosts and weird cult artifacts, but we'll just be a few hours away, just in case if something really horrible happens and you do need us back here, just let us know and we'll be back up here in half a day.
Okay. That's good to know. When are you leaving again?
Next week.
Next week. Okay. Well, with all of that, I hug my mom. We love each other in this household. I just in case, so I hug my mom and stuff like that. I give her like a kiss on the cheek, and then I go back upstairs out to like brush my teeth and shit because I'm awake, so I might as well stay awake. And if anybody else wakes up, then that's also chill and stuff. I will keep the eyeliner on me though, because I'm gonna start poking people.
You know what? I will say, actually, by the time Pen you come back in, I am seated on the bed, flanked by the twins, and I am getting the latest tea about some kind of a drama with one of their influencer friends. I don't know if they're friends with what they're talking about. It's a little confusing. Listen, I didn't super get into the social media stuff. Like, kind of. I have a presence in that I post the occasional sunset picture on my Instagram, and that's about it.
I'm so happy you are all getting along.
What are you talking about? They're great.
Good. They're very, I look them dead in the eye, annoying.
Also, for my edification as the storyteller, did you take the iPad with you?
Yes. Yeah, I have the iPad in one hand. Like, I'm like holding the iPad and my cell phone like in one hand. And then I have the eyeliner in my other hand. I'm gonna like slide over the iPad. My siblings should know the password, if it's even password protected at this point. And while they look, I just start putting dots behind their ears, and then I'll look to Lola and be like, "This is just a ward off bad vibes. It's eyeliner."
You hear from the twins something Hunter Tinder.
Hunter Tinder!
Yeah, do you want to see it?
What? You guys have a Tinder?
It's a matchmaking service for hunters. So, because the slide of work is so deeply lonely.
No. That makes perfect sense. But like, wow. As I am poring over Hinder with Penelope and the twins, I will pull my hair to one side to give her the back of my neck.
Mm-hmm. It's literally just little dot, little poke. It feels like nothing. And then I'll keep the eyeliner on me, because I do plan to do it to basically everybody. And then I'll explain it a little bit, like these are just like profiles, but like they're way more in depth than most like dating profiles. It's because you have to kind of put a lot, including like your career and your resume, and then if you have hobbies, down on it, and that's just what it's for.
Well, shit. Sorry, crap.
You can curse here.
Shit. Hey, Pen.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
You want to build me an account?
I do. We're gonna also need to take good pictures of you.
Oh, sweetheart. I'll pull out my actual phone, not my burner, the actual phone that I use for my actual personal business. I'll go into my camera setting and just kind of slide. Take your pick.
On one side of the bed, because we're all on here now, on one side of the bed, it's like people, the twins probably looking at the profiles, holding them out, and like rating the people that show up. It's like, how the fuck did this guy manage to sneak a fishing photo in here?
It's that scene. It's that scene from The Princess Diaries 2 when they're trying to pick a prince.
Yes.
For Anne Hathaway's character to marry.
Yes, that's what I was thinking as well. And that's one side. And then the other side, we are making a Hinder profile for... I don't think it's an app per se. Like, I genuinely think it's like a service, and then it's like I got emailed my best matches, like in a regular matchmaking service. So it's very selective that way. So we're mostly like getting a Google Doc open, so that way I can later, once we're done, I can later go and actually set it up properly and then like I'll be like, give me your email that you're okay with people contacting you with, like things like that. We're setting it up on one end as well.
I mean, like, listen, the way I figure it, I'm either going to remain in Marlin Bay and do what I am doing, or fuck off and do this elsewhere, which, like you said, seems to be hell on the dating life. So,
yeah.
Better safe than sorry.
I know that my dad was on here for a very long time, because he started young, and he like met my mom by chance, because my mom wasn't on here. My mom was really popular to hire for killing the big things. And then he was on the job, and he was like, I'm going to stay here. I know their love story in depth because they don't shut up about it. But that's the TLDR of it.
That is disgustingly cute.
There's 4 of us, so I also go like
It's just a chorus of bleh.
yeah, just everybody.
All 4 of us.
After about an hour or so of going through all of the matches on there, your siblings have it down to 3 people. They're like, these are the only 3 that seem to have any kind of promise.
They've got a point. I mean, this one clearly, like, look at those cheekbones. You could cut glass. My God. Whew.
The first one we have on Hunter Tinder is they label themselves as like an independent hunter. They're not part of an org. Their name is Taylor Calavero, is a researcher. They're like the geek who apparently in high school got really into like weightlifting. Yeah. They've got that kind of rugged lumberjack thing going on. They, whenever they are not doing the hunting thing, they are writing and, hoping to publish a novel or something someday. Currently unaffiliated with any major organization and don't particularly plan on being, but they are not against it.
Okay. So we've got someone who's an artist, basically. He's creative. That's important. Hobbies outside of the lifestyle, right? Okay. Promising.
What's number 2?
Number two, we have, he is a part of the Oculus Institute, actually. The name is Eric Larson. He's not a field agent, but he's not one of the researchers. He is hunter data entry. Yeah, kind of. His job is to go over the information and correlate it and sort of find patterns in anything that's going on.
That is the largest Swedish man I have ever seen. That is a Swedish fish. That is a sturgeon.
You know, the more I look at these, the more I'm realizing most hunters just seem to come over 6 feet.
Yeah.
Why?
I don't know. Like, this one sits behind a desk. Why does he have to be that massive?
There's no need.
No. What are they feeding him?
Is his hobbies? What are his hobbies? Aubrey, what are his hobbies?
His hobbies are gardening and taking his dog for a walk.
Where did all of this come from?
I don't know. You know what? Hold on. What's his name again? And I'm gonna see if I can hunt him down on social media, because now I'm curious. Is this one of those families where it's like they are all massive bastards? Like, are they all like 5'10" and up? I gotta know. It takes about like 5 minutes for me to find the Facebook profile, and I'll just turn and show it to Penn and the twins. Like, they're all like that. They are all 6 feet tall. Penny, I'm just gonna say it. I would worry about you if you decided to go with this one.
Yeah. My parents specifically want me to be with someone who can fight. Now, I'm not saying that he can't or anything,
I mean,
but
you might not have to.
Yeah. It's an occupational hazard for me.
Yeah, no, that's considering what I've witnessed over the past several weeks, that makes a certain amount of sense. Okay, this next one. Okay, this is promising. This one's promising. Definitely.
The third one is Wan Guan Jinwu. It lists him as a member of Project First Light.
Do I know what Project First Light is?
Yeah, you've been in the hunter thing long enough to at least are familiar with the name. Project First Light is a government organization that specifically revolves around hunting vampires.
Lola, this one hunts vampires.
Ew, no. Penn, he's a fad. I can't let you marry a fad. Come on, you're better than that. You deserve better than a fucking fed.
Sometimes I think about that government pension, though.
Fair. Oh, yeah, no, they got that good health insurance, too.
Mm-hmm.
Shit. Okay.
And I'm gonna be a little weird here, but he's Asian.
You know what? There was a point in time where my mother was convinced that I was gonna find a nice Boston Irish boy. So I get it.
I can always say yes to both of them. The whole point is that then afterwards we just set up a date. They also have to say yes to me.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. You cast a wide net and see what bites.
Mm-hmm.
That one's real pretty though. Look at that hair. That's some K-pop hair.
Quite literally, Guan is a Korean surname.
There you go. Okay. All right. See, you know what? We have options, and the options are all good. So you know what? Even with the Fed, I think you'd be very well off.
Yep. I mean, worst case scenario, I just do this again, right?
Yeah. You know, you got time. Probably. Sorry,
Yeah.
that got dark.
No, that we talk like that all the time here. We're perfectly functional and normal.
Yeah, no, perfectly functional and normal, and burning trees with petrified corpses in them.
Incredibly normal things.
You'd be surprised how often that one actually comes up.
Honestly, that's not shocking. Of all of the things, like there's corpses all over the place. Let's be real.
Mm-hmm. And if you like work with ghosts, like my dad, that's like Tuesday.
Good to know. Okay. I'm going to be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
There is a part of me that wants to keep working on this fucking profile so we don't have to do anything else. But I know we've got shit on the docket. And I'm trying to be an adult here.
Mm-hmm. Okay, one second. I send the other two away. Go brush your teeth. You smell, you stink.
There's lots of complaining as you get them to file out of your bedroom after a minute or two.
Make breakfast. We have a guest. They do listen to me, though.
They'll listen, but they'll just complain the entire time.
Exactly. As is their right.
And when they're gone, I will look to you and be like, are you feeling okay? Because for this next, we should talk to the others.
I didn't punch anybody.
You could have.
I could have, but I didn't.
Mm-hmm.
I would call that gross. Because
I'm proud of you either way.
Why?
Because if you were gonna punch anybody, then yesterday was definitely the day to punch someone.
Yeah, no, yeah, that's right.
Mm-hmm. I'm only gonna contact them if you're okay with it.
Well, we can't exactly take care of this alone, can we?
There are ways that we could, but if it's Sav that we want, we kind of have those two also invested.
Yeah, I know.
It's better to have invested people than not.
Yeah, I can work with him. You know?
Mm-hmm. You could also stay here for as long as you want. Like, the door is open kind of scenario. I'm gonna be so real. I think my mom approves of you.
Really? Even with the... And I'll kind of point to the medal and the tattoos.
My dad's a little not cool with it. My mom's a little okay with it. And I think she's just worried if my dad finds out. He's still getting over... He's actually born here. I don't know why tattoos are the things that he decided to keep. But they're actually pretty... They're okay with it, you know? Like, you took your shoes off and you were very nice to them.
I do, in spite of what the rest of the cell might think, I do in fact have home training.
But yeah, they won't say no.
I think whenever this all winds up, it might be time for me to go.
Okay.
But I'm not just gonna drop off the face of the fucking planet. I don't think I can just exist knowing what I know now. So, you know, if I make it out to Hartford or Philly or down to the Carolinas and I need some help, maybe I'll call you. I think I've been cooling my heels here for too long and I got too comfortable.
That makes sense.
I'll kind of lean over and like nudge Penny with my shoulder.
I will nudge you back, and then I'll let you go get dressed and stuff. But while y'all are getting ready, I will send a message in the group chat that just says, diner, 3 p.m., come.
Yeah. And I feel like that's the perfect time to flip over and see what the rest of the cell is doing. I imagine it's probably later in the morning when both of you wake up.
Yeah, I don't wake up before the sun comes up.
When Mason wakes up, if he looks over to where I should be crashed out on the couch, I am not there. The couch has definitely been slept on. Blankets are kind of half folded, but the cushions have been squished down, and the door is open just a crack to outside on the balcony. Not balcony is a fancy word for it, but you know what I mean.
I'm probably wearing the most basic old pair of sweatpants, maybe from I think I maybe went to a semester of college and maybe spent the money to buy a pair of sweatpants, so it's probably like an ISU pair. I imagine they're like a deep red with the dumb ISU logo on the side. Probably just a beat up gray tank top as I just sort of shuffle out, spot the crack in the door, and I approach, but don't walk through it. I'll just sort of knock on the frame next to the door. You alive out there?
There's a brief pause, and then, yep, haven't jumped.
All right. You want company out there, or?
Another pause. It's your house.
I'll slowly open the creaky door and see what's outside.
I'm leaning on the railing with both my elbows, wearing just a long shirt that goes to probably about halfway down my thighs. It would be a reasonable dress. It's not indecent or anything, but I am barefoot. Hair is up in a mess. You've definitely seen me far more disheveled.
Yeah.
But I clearly did not sleep very well, and there is a cigarette hanging from between my fingers. You saw me smoking the night that Ember broke up with me, and thinking back on it, that is the first time that you have seen me smoke, and clearly it is not the last.
Got an extra one?
I exhale a cloud of smoke and hold out the pack of just basic Marlboros.
I'll take one and hand the pack back and just sort of don't say too much. I just lean back against the door frame and smoke mine. And hungry or not really?
Are you going to give me a lecture if I say not really?
No. I'm just going to cook for myself and then you can fend for yourself.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
I think lectures are kind of bullshit anyway, so. You sure? I actually went grocery shopping the other day, so there's actual food inside.
I really don't know what I can keep down.
Okay. Right.
And you were kind enough to put me up, so I don't want to give you a fresh paint job.
Oh, God. I'm at least glad you went with that, not that I don't want to be a burden. Fucker, get over it. I'll fucking cook.
No. My actions are my actions. My choices are my choices. And the last thing that I am allowed to do is have a sad fucking circle jerk with myself.
True. Valid point.
I look down at the cigarette in my hand. You know, my dad smoked for most of my childhood. And Mom hated it. Oh, she hated it. She would not kiss him when he got home if he smelled even a little bit like smoke. He had to fully change his clothes and take a whole shower. But But I came to fucking love that smell. Because Dad would come through the door after being gone all day, and I'd run up to him and he'd pick me up and swirl me around and say, "Hey, princess, how was your day?" And I would always say, "Daddy, it was a great day. I was coloring and we played outside." And then he finally stopped when I was a little bit older, when his doctor started telling him he needed to worry about his heart and cholesterol and all those kind of things. Those things that they start telling you when you get a little long in the tooth. And I guess that's when I started. Probably around 14. Not a lot, but enough. All through college. Before, in high school, when I was dating, anyway.
Dating who? I won't know him, but put a name to it at least.
My ex, Vince.
No. Vince is the name of a douchebag, so.
Yeah, you can say that. He's the reason I got caught, you know. Why I got arrested. No, he wasn't. I was the reason I got arrested. I did the illegal shit, but he did his own illegal shit.
And deflected onto you.
No, not even.
Oh.
That might have been more forgivable. He was just fucking stupid. Stole a bunch of shit, stashed it at my house. And I didn't know that there were some entities that had been hanging around looking for anything that they could to get their hands on my PC. The probable cause. They had reason to look for the stuff. And they had reason to get into my computer. Once again, looking back at the cigarette. I stopped when we started dating. Ember hated it. It was like a weird blast from the past because they wouldn't kiss me if I walked in the door smelling like smoke. And all I ever wanted was for them to kiss me. I don't know if that makes me more or less pathetic than my dad.
It's not pathetic. It's adorable and a little sad, but it's not pathetic. It's normal.
I take another drag. Mason, how did you do it?
How to do what?
How'd you let Leo go when you knew that it wasn't safe? That being tied to you would drag him into shit that he should not have to deal with. And he was a hunter. He knew how to handle himself. How are you able to be selfless like that? And I turn and look at you. Because I'm not stupid, Mason. I saw you when you talked about him. When you looked at him.
I got into a lot of fights when I was a kid. Mainly because people were being shitbags to my sister, and, well, I wasn't a fan of that, so I knocked some teeth down some throats.
Cute.
Yeah, well, my parents didn't seem to think so. Had a real rough relationship with my parents. I wasn't buying into their bullshit. You know, big hoity-toity jobs and appearances and all that shit. And I rebelled against it. Ash tried to go with it. And it led me down a pretty messed up path of anger. Because it never felt like I could just be, you know, like I had to perform in some weird fucked up way. I either perform as the overprotective brother, or I perform as the good son who was following the directions as his parents told. And
yeah, I've noticed.
I recognize how dangerous that is. How easy it is to resort to punching someone's teeth down their throat. I've recognized that for a long time. It kind of became second nature to look at myself like a time bomb. So when Leo shows up to help me sober up in the drunk tank for my first night in town, and then again, that feeling, that self-identification didn't go away. It just, if anything, got a little louder, because I could tell that there was something beyond just the routine fuck or casual friendship. It was more than that. And I don't do well with that. So the entire time I was cutting him out, it was really just reminding myself that, yeah, the vampires and the monsters and the things that go bump in the night are dangerous. But the reality is him sticking around me is more dangerous. As fucked up as that sounds, I would not prescribe that method. I would look at it like, I don't know. Look at it as though what has happened, as heartbreaking as it is, had to happen in some way, shape, or form if it meant keeping them safe.
It didn't. And keeping them safe blew everything else up. What do you do when the only decision is the wrong one and you make it anyway?
Do you want to hear from level-headed Mason? Or do you want to talk to angry Mason?
I cross from the railing to the door jamb and look Mason very directly in the eye. There aren't two of you, Mason. You are a whole person. I want to hear from you, not from the roles that you assign yourself. I want to hear from the guy that stood with me when honestly the popular thing was to not do that. Honestly, the smart thing was to not do that. You might be a little stupid, but you let me crash on your couch. You offered to make me food, and you let me ramble on about my childhood. When it's uncomfortable for everyone, I trust you.
Way I see it, even when they dumped you, those leeches decided to still go after them. If you want the truth, I for damn sure don't want them to do that shit again. So we did it once. What's to stop us from doing it again?
Getting a little bloodthirsty there, Mace?
I think it's time to stop sitting back and letting their fucking threats and their taunts and their teasing wear us down as much as they have. I think it's time to remind them that they fucked with the wrong cell. It's either we do it this way, or when they get out, they come after us anyway. I'd rather know that we have each other's backs when we go monster hunting.
Mason, I want to prove to them that I can do it. I know that I can do it, but I don't think I can't fix it. But I can do it, I swear.
Let's quell something in your mind right now. The term of fixing it, the concept of fixing it to bring things back to the way they were before, I'm going to be 100% honest with you, that's probably never going to happen.
No, there's no going back to before.
Right. The only thing we can do is make what's happening now better than what happened then. So I need you to remember, Haven, that you can fucking do this.
I can. I have to. We all do. I swear I'm not. This isn't wallowing. This isn't, oh, fucking poor me. I will follow their lead. That's the least I owe them. And if that means that I am out, Mace, I want you to stick with them. Okay?
That's asking
You
for
can
some
still come
commitment.
fucking hang out with me, dumbass.
I don't do commitment. I mean, I cut off the dude that I kind of had feelings for beyond a hookup. I mean, what does that say about me? I don't do long-term shit, so.
I punch him in the shoulder as hard as I can, which is pathetically nothing because I have 1 pip in strength.
Ow.
This isn't bullshit. This isn't, oh, poor me.
I'm not saying it is.
3 is better than 2 and 2. You're a piece of shit.
Yeah, I know. Fuck you.
Oh, you wish.
I think it's about this time you hear your phone's ping with a message.
All right, well, shit.
What time is it now?
It's like noon.
Oh, great. 3 hours to contemplate the future.
Oh, my God.
I'm gonna lean over the railing and I'm gonna throw up.
Dave.
I'm good. I've had a bad day.
No,
I'm good.
yesterday was a bad day. You're choosing to stay. You got some in your hair, and I'll reach over and get a little bit of it out. Oh, Jesus.
Ew, those are bare hands.
So the fuck what? I'm gonna go wash them.
You're gross.
I'm gross. All right.
Yeah,
well.
you're fucking gross. Punch him again.
So that's a no on breakfast then, I take it. Unless you're just making room.
Fuck you. Well, looks like we're gonna have lunch. But I'll take some toaster waffles if you got them.
Done. But you have to come inside. I'm not serving you my fucking expensive ass dollar store china for you to eat some toaster waffles out here, so come on.
And deprive your neighbors of a free show?
It's not a very good show.
But we fade out of the scene with me absolutely shouting and beating him about the head with both fists like a tiny child having a fit.
Fall has completely come to Marlin Bay. The trees, almost as if overnight, the leaves have changed into this beautiful array of fall colors. And the town itself is alive with activity. You watch as people go around. They are setting up for the Founders Festival, a thing that happens once a year right around the founding of Marlin Bay, and coincidentally, Halloween. It's kind of the last hurrah of tourist season. And you watch as people are placing banners, putting garland on the street, like the fancy street lamps, and there is a happy energy that I don't know if you all share or even partake in.
If we are walking towards the diner and there's tourists wearing their, live, laugh, love-esque cozy sweaters, and they've got their pumpkin spice lattes, I imagine that one look from me, if they are walking in my direction, will have them take a big circle around.
I've got a cigarette between my teeth, and I'm also mad dogging all of the tourists and just muttering under my breath, fucking leaf peepers, go the fuck back to New York or fucking wherever the shit you're from. Stop perving on our trees.
So I imagine the other half of the group has gotten to the griddle and grabbed your usual table.
I need a fucking cigarette before I deal with this bullshit.
I'm at the table though, because I don't want anybody to come take our booth because it'll be empty, and I'm not the person to be like, hey, that's our usual booth. No. I will go pick another. So I'm saving the booth. I took off my sweater, so my sweater is all on one side and I am on the other, so that way people understand that there's more people here.
As you're sitting in this sort of guarding this booth for the rest of your party, most of the major stuff in Marlin Bay is kind of in this sort of circle or in the middle of town, where you can kind of see most of the major shops. Like from here, you can see like the laundromat, you can see Strange Galaxy, you can see Ren's Tattoo Parlor. all of that. And, as you're looking out, you watch as Ren exits the comic book store, kind of holding a couple of books, and kind of turns back and like waves and then sort of starts walking back towards their tattoo parlor.
I wave back. That's all.
Yeah.
Flipping him off in person. I'm going to smack you.
What?
Stop it.
Stop what?
Why are you flipping
This is how I greet people. You know this. I flipped you off instead of waving. What do you want from me?
Yeah, he's not that kind of friend.
Okay, well, maybe we can start. I don't want the... Jesus.
After what happened yesterday, that's going to come off as aggressive.
Trust me, Haven. You know what aggressive looks like with me. That was nothing.
You're a big, scary white guy flipping someone off. What do you think this is?
Fair enough.
We need to build up to that rapport.
Lola, are you standing outside the griddle watching all of this happen?
I think I make note of it, but there is no comment.
Of course.
I imagine we're slowly walking up. Just give Lola a little nod.
There is an eyebrow, and that's it.
Cool.
Exactly.
So is this like a bouncer situation? Are we on the list or?
Pen's inside.
She's right there.
Jesus. I hold the door open for Have.
I'll whisper to Mason. She's pissed at me. She doesn't need to be pissed at you.
She already is pissed at me.
I nudge him. Go on, please.
All right.
Make peace for yourself.
Sure.
Don't bring up my fucking name or try to get me empathy, or I will kick you so hard between the legs.
Hey, that is not my job.
I am right
That is
fucking
100%
here.
yours.
I'm
we're well aware.
You want me to go down the street, give you a little time to figure out how you're going to handle the scary black lady?
Don't.
Don't what?
Be pissed at me for the reason you should be pissed at me. But fucking don't. And I'm gonna go inside to Penny. And I'll sit down.
I'll sit next to Haven because Lord knows Lola is not going to sit next to Haven.
I don't start without Lola. I will, however, make awkward small talk.
So, all of you, one by one, enter the griddle and take a seat at the table. The waitress comes by, give you menus, even though you've been here a million times, and take your orders.
I imagine, at least from my perspective, my order is casual but to the point. Just no need for bullshit.
I'll get black coffee. I want something to have in my hands, but also I still don't think I can stomach anything. My stomach's kind of turning circles.
I'll just get my usual.
I didn't think that far ahead. So it says classic breakfast, and I just say classic breakfast. And when they say, would you like a coffee? I say yes. I would not like a coffee. I would not. But it's too late now. I didn't think that far ahead.
And I could just drink your coffee. It's fine.
Are you sure it'll be like 2 cups of coffee?
That's fine. I've done worse on worse days.
Okay. Thank you.
You're welcome.
And I'll just wait patiently because it's not my time to talk.
Yeah, when they leave, I'm just kind of like turn to y'all. Speak in my usual tone of it's a hushed party whisper. So, do you guys want to like kill Zap? Like, are you still down for that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm in.
Good. That's the plan. Or at least that's the vibe. In terms of the other hunters, they are aware of everything that happened last night, basically. We're looking into it, but I know for a fact that my parents will be out next week. They'll be in Philadelphia. I do have their emergency contact, so we can still get them, but they're kind of looking into it offhandedly. along with a few others.
Do you want the contact info that Saga's granddaughter sent us for the other hunter to hand off to your folks? That guy that Freya recommended.
Maybe I can get them to at least look into them. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's not like there isn't any problematic hunters to say. But do we want problematic hunters or problematic vampires? That's the that's the real choice, I guess.
I'll just take out my phone and shoot the email directly to Penny's email.
Thank you. Couple of things. We're gonna need to stalk the shit out of this guy.
I know his schedule, provided he hasn't gone to ground.
I don't see any reason why he would have.
Well, considering he wasn't in the tattoo shop yesterday, but Alina was.
Yeah, we're gonna have to maybe watch out for her. I don't know these two that well.
I do.
Are they always together?
As far as I'm aware, at least before I knew what they were, they are a matched pair. But Zav's always been a cocky son of a bitch, so it's entirely possible that he thought that, and I'll gesture towards the tattoo parlor, was something that would be beneath him. Maybe he sent Lena as his proxy or something.
He thinks, at the very least, that we don't know. He wiped my memory and might think he got away with it, but the fact that he wasn't there, you might be right. He might think that it's all fun and games and beneath him, but based on Ashdown and his behavior, I don't think he could have missed it. It was seems like a for lack of a better term, a big old circle jerk for Wilson, and he would want as many people there as possible.
I did also threaten Lena to her face before we were going to go into that lecture, so at the very least she knows that I know.
Do you think that we can apply pressure and get her to flip on his location, or are they too close? He's too dominant of a personality.
He does seem to be the one in charge, so to speak. So it's entirely possible that we just have to make her more afraid of us than she is of him.
Do you think he'd be stupid enough to have a social media presence? Something I can trace. If we do need to go that route. If she doesn't flip and we end up killing her. Or, I guess, you end up killing her. It's more of it's kind of your shit, that. And I nod towards Mason, like with his.
Actually, Storyteller, does Zav have any kind of a presence on social media?
Not that you're aware of. He kind of, as far as you could tell, he never really talked about it. He didn't take a lot of photos. Certainly never seemed to spend much time on social media.
Then I will relay that to the group.
Anyone who is watching me with any kind of critical eye, I'm definitely trying not to lean towards Mason. Even going so far as to kind of make sure I'm scooted to the side of the bench. Body language, kind of trying to make sure that it's clear I'm not trying to hide behind him.
I imagine I am simply matching the energy of the people across the table. If they want to keep things professional, great. If they want to turn up the heat, great. If they want to talk about what happened, great. But I'm not sitting and prying and prodding and wearing kid gloves. I'm here because we have business.
Okay, so it seems like Alina is our most direct route to finding Zav. That might be your best department there, Lola. And I can try and track him through other means at my disposal. Maybe find a hidey hole that he likes to stash himself away in when things get testy.
And I will stake out the Riptide. Carter might actually be surprised to see me on shift for once.
Do you want me to come with you?
Couldn't hurt. At the very least, someone will watch my back in case she gets a little froggy.
Mm-hmm.
I will say to the group, I'm pretty sure I figured out a way with some tweaking and some sound waves to keep their brain fuckery out of my head to the best of my ability. So if a confrontation needs to happen and we're not just going straight in with swords, knives, shit like that, and we need someone to keep him talking while a trap is laid, I want to do it.
Are you sure?
Yes. And no, this isn't me trying to be self-sacrificing as though I can make up for something. Because the elephant is sitting directly in the center of this table, it seems like the course of action that makes the most sense, because I don't have the time nor the resources to figure out how to adjust it for other people. I barely figured out how to make it work for myself. Pen, I know you're used to being bait, being made to forget. And for a moment, my eyes flicker over to Lola and then back to be made to forget that someone has hurt you or done something to you. It fucks with you really hard, and I know you're pissed, and you should be, and that's fine. But I don't. If you don't have to deal with that, I would like for you to not have to. And then I actually do, for the first time, break eye contact and look down at my hands. But it's your choice.
Haven, I'm only bait because I'm very used to it, and I have a very useful thing to make me bait. But if you want to, I'm not going to stop you from it. I'm trying to get him to the point where you can kill him, if you're able. It also wouldn't be my first time being in that position.
I lift my chin. I'd like for none of us to be in that position ever again. Not like that.
Okay. If you want to do it, you can do it. And if you want to tap out, you can tap out.
I will.
My suggestion is that we get him during Halloween. Costumes.
Isn't that like their fucking Christmas or something?
It could be. It's really easy to hide a body. And again, anonymity.
Masks, yeah.
Yeah. Makes a lot of things easier. We need to know his type, though.
Everyone's his type.
No, okay. That makes it easier then.
Weakness is his type. And not weak of will, not weak of body. It's vulnerability. I sound really certain saying this, even though out of character. This is all just after I have been watching and obsessing over that same video and knowing that it has happened with Lola, who has spent her time inebriated and on substances with these two. I'll say he fed on Lola when she was drunk or high or fucking or something, in a position where you are not completely in control. He came after me when I was alone and crying and having a panic attack. He's a predator in the human sense as well as the monstrous sense. He needs something easy because he's not. He's too much of a coward to do anything else.
Hey, not for nothing. You're all aware there's going to be a massive Halloween party on campus.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Where do you need me?
Nearby. If we can get him to a party, then we're all in costumes, right? We have a car somewhere close that we can throw him in later. We just need to know where I look at Haven, where you will be. Because if we know where you will be, then we can scatter around. And if things go a little awry, then we can jump in. It's kind of how Mason and I did it.
I know he favors Kappa Iota Lambda, the place we were at before you know,
Mm-hmm.
it's a fucking disgusting frat house, but it seems like his territory.
His drug of choice is cocaine. At the very least, I should be able to get a stash before then.
I think if we want to increase our odds, a pincer strike might be the best way. Earlier in the day, we get information from Alina and keep her out of the fucking way and away from Zav. Anything we can to get an edge on him. I don't care if he adores fucking blondes. Guess who's wearing a wig? I know it's stupid and theatrical. And Lola, if you want this kill, it's yours. He's been fucking with you longer than he fucked with me. But I want to kill him so fucking bad.
Well, now I have another question.
Yeah.
Do you want it to hurt?
I want him to suffer.
That I know how to do. You just can't chicken out of it. It's gonna get really weird.
I think the cruel part of me is starting to wake up. And that's something that I gotta deal with. And I promise I'm figuring out ways to deal with it. But everything wants to indulge in it just for him.
He needs to be scared.
Yeah.
He will be. You know, we live in a harbor town. My smile's a little bit too unhinged. So when you stake them, they're like fully conscious. And they don't die like that. They don't need to breathe either. But I know where we can get some barrels. Your body continues to do things. And it erodes and bloats underwater because you're dead, so I wonder. But, you know, there's a lot of ways we can make it really hurt and really uncomfortable.
Jesus, Ben.
I've been doing this for a long time.
I don't want to be crossing any lines or trying to be buddy or anything, but that you're pretty fucking awesome. You've always been awesome, but you're really fucking awesome.
I imagine as Penny lists these details and allows a little bit of that unhinged, almost excitement to explain some of these things comes out, my expression doesn't change. I'm still just looking as though I'm looking at a professional, because to do anything else would be to ignore the killer that is Penelope.
I'm gonna kind of glance over at Mason and then look back very quickly, but my foot taps against his foot.
I'm not playing footsie with you.
I'm just checking to see if you're okay.
I'm good. Just wondering when this Mexican standoff is gonna calm the fuck down. That's all.
What standoff?
I look to Penny.
Do you want to talk about last night?
I'm not the one who's got anything that needs to be said. I'm just here because I believe that the four of us on the same page are going to get a hell of a lot more done if we are splintered off doing other shit. So.
Then why does your face look like a butthole?
Deeply hurtful, Penny. How dare you? No, what happened was fucked. But it happened. And we need to be on the same page if we're going to do this. So are we on the same page? And at this time, now I'm looking right at Lola.
Why wouldn't I be on the same page, Mason?
There's that lovely tone again.
See, here's the thing, and this is something that I was stupid enough to forget. You don't know me very well, so it really doesn't matter how I feel about anyone at this fucking table. We're in this shit together. And if we do splinter off and do other shit, that's the fastest way to end up dead. And I rather like being alive. So I will watch your back, and I'll look at Haven, and your back, and I'll look at Penny, and your back. Because that's what we have to do.
I'll look at the both of them. I'll answer any questions you want. I will give any explanation I have. When I apologized, I sincerely meant it.
For the record, I'm not upset that you did what you did. I am upset because you said verbatim, that you had the most to lose. You say a lot of selfish shit, Haven.
Yeah.
That's not fair.
No.
And I know you all probably think I have it on lock because my parents are big and strong and scary and do this for a living, but I don't know. My mother's only family are her husband and her 4, now 3 children. Does she have anything less to lose?
No.
Didn't think so. I'm gonna look to Mason. And I think we're allowed to be angry.
Saying you're not. Fully feel what you want to feel. That is well within your right. My concern is we're talking about hunting not 1, but possibly 2 of these vampires. The only way that we managed to do what we did, you and me, Penny, is because we were 100% on the same page. That is my only concern. Be angry. Hold on to it. Don't let it fly off the hand. I don't care. I'm not telling you how to feel or what to do with your anger. I'm merely stating you called us here for a meeting. We're talking about a hunt, and there's still that razor thin tension in the air, as though one of us is going to fly off the handle and it's going to turn to a brawl, and I really would like to avoid that, especially with you guys. So that's all I'm trying to say.
Pen,
Yes.
is it okay, and you can say no, is it okay if I explain where I was coming from so I can express that I'm understanding where you're coming from, and how I understand that my point of view was skewed and not an appropriate thing to say?
You can say it. I know it will make you feel better. That's not a jab. That is, you need it.
You don't have to do it to make me feel better. I want...
David, you're going to work for anything that you want in life, and I know you're going to work for our relationships to all be better, and I know this, so I'm going to give you every opportunity that you need to do it. The same way I'm going to give you every out that you need to do it. I'm saying if you need time, I have time. I always have time for you.
When I said that I have the most to lose, that was a very short-sighted and unkind and very ignorant thing to say. It was coming from a place of I had one person that I thought was everything. And it still feels like they are everything, which I know is not correct. They are a helpless thing that it is my fault if something happens. And I am not in a position to protect them. And if they are gone outside of this group, I don't have anyone who knows me well enough to love me at all.
I look very pointedly directly at Mason. I gave you my full attention, so I think it's very obvious when I'm like turn my whole head to Mason when you say that.
Outside of this group.
I know, I'm sorry. It was like a reflex.
Because Pen, honestly, we are the bitches that survived that third bitch. And I don't know how to have friends. I don't know how to hold on to things without choking the life out of them. And I thought I had made something perfect with Ember, but I held on too tight. So it wasn't that I had the most to lose. I think it's that of everyone, I was the most likely to lose it all, whether or not something went wrong with vampires or monsters or anything else. We all have a lot to lose. But it was wrong of me to not think outside of myself. and I'll do better.
I nod.
I'll accept the nod.
Certainly seems like there is a plan that needs to be put into action. You all have a lot to do and about 4 to 5 days to do it. Halloween night. The nights have dies. Again.
Hopefully it sticks.
Hopefully this time we can only hope. So the camera moves out as you all finish your food and figure out what your first step is. Getting to Alina or what? There's certainly a lot of options, and we'll figure out what that means for all of you next time.